Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Okay, so today is, drumroll, midweek mystery. Okay, so I was kind of flummoxed as to what I wanted to share, and I was looking up on one of my shelves at a couple of boxes that I have, and decided to pull them down, opened them up, and it was just like, oh my goodness, I'd forgotten you were even here. And so for today's video, we are going to be working on collaging on these little strips of fabric that I have created. These I just ripped some old fabric, and then you know how you pull all the threads out that fray, and then I scrunched them up. I spritzed them with my coffee dye, and then ironed them all nice and flat. And let's see, let me grab one to show you what I did them from. I don't know where I picked these up, but this is not cotton. This is a blend, and they were all done in little squares like this, but I thought sure I could figure out a use for them. And so I just snipped and ripped. So this is all I did, guys. So I snipped the whole thing across, and you know, pulled the edges off so that it gives that fun ripped feathered kind of edge, which I love. And I just left these alone. I didn't do anything with those. But then I scrunched them all in, you know, kind of a ball, and then, like I told you, I spritzed them with my coffee dye, and then ironed them dry. And we will just set that aside again. And it made all these lovely strips from that one little piece. So, good to go. So if that's something that you want to do, get an old sheet, get an old, you know, whatever, and just do some strips. Mine are just, a little over an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter or so. But, you know, you do what you want that way. Okay, so let's just take the lids off these boxes. This is, as you can see, a lot of lacy little snippets. Wow. I'd forgotten. I had completely forgotten I had this. So it was like, okay, let's get you down. We need to do something. We need to work on you. And then I opened this box and had completely forgotten that I had been working on, obviously, a journal or some loveliness, and had, again, some of these wonderful fabrics and different things. And I had been gifted some things in a swap, and I had just, you know, I just hadn't used them yet. So it's just like this treasure trove of loveliness. And so I'm just pulling some of those things out, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna do something here. Look at all this just deliciousness. And this sweet gal, she even did some of these R's that I can use. These are the sealing wax. So I was just thrilled. Just thrilled. And just some wonderful little goodies and things. Anyway, so it was just like Christmas, opening up and just like, oh my goodness, yeah, this is absolutely fabulous. So we are opening this up. We are, all this loveliness, oh my word, it is like Christmas. And then this journal cover, and oh, what a sweet. So, if I'm remembering correctly, this was for me to decorate, and there were all these lovely things to decorate with. So I'm just, I'm kind of blown away. But for today, I want to focus on these strips. And doing these, let's see, let me just kind of push some of this stuff. Oh, delicious. All this delicious stuff a little bit to the side. And I believe I have a video or two. If you look in the playlist, it might be in this or that, or I'm not sure, honestly, where I have glued and attached some strips. But this one, I think we will do a combination of gluing and stitching. And I'm going to do a mixed variation. So let's see, let's just get an under thingy here. An under thingy. That's what they're called, right? Under thingies. No, this would be just really nice to put on the edges of some pages that you want to be beautiful and decorated. If my brain could catch up with my mouth. All right, so let's get our glue stick out and let's start. Plus, I have these little goodies that are small that can be ripped and added. And we can do some stamping too. I mean, All right. So I am just going to start. And we will adjust. Let's see, that's awfully close to the same color. Let's just pull some of these out and then get our scissors, and we will just do little bits and bobs. Let's see, I think we'll put that one over, this one under. And we'll do a few of these. So you could do, I like this length, excuse me. Excuse me. Get my water. This can do, well, let's measure it and see what it can do. Okay, so if your page is 8.5, so you'd have 8.5 and 6.5-ish left. So you might want to do one that's actually 17 inches, and that would give you the length of 2. But keep in mind that when you're doing this, and let me like be working as I talk. Be working, Rhonda, as you talk, as you chat. Because you don't necessarily have to put the whole length And I'll show you that when we get done with one of these. I was going to be, you know, Johnny on the ball and have one for you to show you, but I got excited. Whoops. Oh, I was like, oh, this is be fun. We're going to do this together. I've got to have my friends join me. And so, you know, so that have it done ahead of time just kind of went out the window, right? Okay. So, there's that. Now, this is left over from what we did on a design team project for my wonderful friend Barbara with 49 dragonflies. And we might as well use it in here. I mean, we can certainly, it would certainly have looked beautiful decorating its own page. But we shall use it here. I love it when I can use up scraps, and that's cutting through. All right. But I don't always get the opportunity of actually using them up. More often than not, I'm creating more scraps, right? It just seems to be the nature of the beast at times. But still, you know, this is fun. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to go too far outside of this strip because I don't want to cover up too much of my page that this is going to go on. Does that make sense? If it's really wide with different things, then I might be tempted to cut it down the middle and then, of course, secure it. You know, so you could absolutely do it, but I'm choosing for this particular one to just go with it being just a little bit narrower and then just tacking these down until we can get them stitchered down. Well, let's go ahead and add, whoops, there's a casualty of war. A little bit of that paper just bit the dust. Okay. And, well, I don't, you know what? I want to use up the scraps, so I'm going to stick this on here. Even though it's like maybe too close, it's like it's going on. Okay. So, this is, we're doing it. Now, let's, for fun, let's change things up just a teeny bit and let's do a little bit of stamping on. So we'll give it a little bit of layering that way. I love these little butterflies. I think they're super cute. So let's just go, I don't know. Whoops. Let's just go like so. Isn't this fun? I love doing something that is just where you can just, you're just playing. I mean, yeah, you are just playing. Okay. Looks good, looks good. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Liking that. And actually, you guys, that, with a little bit of stitching, that could actually be nice just by itself. But we want more. We want more, she said. Alrighty, let's just slap down some other little bits and pieces. I am just utilizing some of my many scraps. And so what are you up to today, my dear friends? What is on your table? What are you working on? What fun, cool things? I am, of course, still working on my design team project for Barbara, and I am also working, of course, on my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, which is super fun. Okay, I'm liking that. This is coming together quickly. All right, let's see. What about these pieces? You guys are absolutely vintage, and I have loved using them, and obviously almost every little bit and scrap has been used up, and even the tiniest little bits. This is an old hook and eye back in the day when they used to be pretty popular. I'm gonna go ahead and undo that. And then here is the hook. I don't know how old these are, but this is part of what I bought at the college surplus store when they were redoing, evidently, their home ec program. Well, not the home ec, but anyway, they're sewing, and they sold a ton of samples and things that I very quickly snatched up. So we will just put those in little bits and pieces as well. I don't know if I'll use those particularly on this. I do want to bring in a little bit more color. And this is, for the most part, well, these are all creams, and wait a minute. There's a something. There's a something. Here's a something. Okay, a little bit of pink going on here. Oh my goodness, surprise. Why in the world would I have pink show up? Oh, you know I love pink. You know I'm a pink girl. Okay. Oh, yeah. So it's very helpful to go through. Go through the box. Oh, trouble is, I have a feeling this box, I could decorate a bazillion such goodies like what I have here. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut this. These are just pieces from, these were curtains that I found in like a Goodwill store, a thrift store. And it was like, oh, wow. And I still have quite a bit of it. I mean, it's been fabulous, really. So that's super fun. Okay. Not the best gluer. Not the best. Okay. Continuing, maybe I will just do this away. This away! And that is super fun, super fun. All right, we've got one more piece. Got to get it on. Got to get it on. Get it on there. Okay. Looking good. Now, so we are just, as you can see, there's really, I mean, literally, I'm plopping things down. You can tell that I'm not being super particular about how I'm doing this. We are just plopping it down. And I think it's going to be gorgeous. I so appreciate you joining me. I love you guys, and I'm just, I don't know, it just makes me happy. Just makes me happy. Just having you guys check in with me, and when you comment on my videos, and I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, I think that is very pretty. I'm going to stop there. An option that a person has always is, let's see, I'm going to put these back in my box, back in the box there. I'm going to set these over yonder. I'm now going to go to my sewing machine, and I'm going to do a little bit of stitching. I have at times shown you how I do that. You know, I've brought the sewing machine over, but I'm going to turn the camera off and do my stitching, and then we'll come back and take a peek-see, all right? Okay, I am back. As you can see, I have stitched with 3 different stitching lines. I'll turn it to the back so you can see that better. I've just done a little kind of, and then on the opposite side, and then did a little zigzag down the back. And actually this looks kind of cool too, so you really could use it either front or back. But let's go ahead and let me grab one of the journals that I'm making right now, and let's just see how pretty this would be. Okay, here's a page. Well, or here's a page, but let's just look at that. Just stitch or glue that in. Is that fabulous, you guys? And it took us, what, 5-10 minutes? I don't know. I talked more than... So, okay. Here's another. Look how pretty that is. We could put on the inside here. Look at that. These are beautiful. Okay. All right, guys. So we're closing that up. So now let's just make another couple. I think this video's fairly short right now, so let's just grab another one. And what did I did with my strips? Okay. So which side do I want? Okay, like this side better. Well, let's just keep going. Let's just visit while we're working here. I do have these little bits and pieces that when I altered my envelope, and I did that on my personal journaling. Anyway, I didn't throw those scraps away on my journal with me. I kept those, the flaps. This is what I cut away. And so I think we can use those for this. Let's just give it a whirl. And since I'm working on, right now, this particular journals, 3 of them, that I will, when they're done, I will go ahead and list them in my Etsy shop. But I am looking for some beautiful things to continue to be working in those journals. So I think this is perfect. We will just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So today we have here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, we've got gorgeous, gorgeous weather. It is warming up. I think we'll call that good for the moment. Anyway, it's just been really beautiful out there. And we are supposed to have this for the whole week, which makes me very happy. Especially, since we had that craziness last week and we had so much bad weather with the ice and whatnot, right? So I am very, very happy with the sunshine. Oh, and it's just makes me think of spring. And actually this whole journal thing is making me think of spring, which is why I'm having fun with it. I don't know if you have noticed this or not. For those of you that may be new, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it here with us. But I love light and bright. I am a light and bright gal. I enjoy creating things that feel light to me. I don't, how do I put this? Because some of you, I know, I don't want to use the straight. Let's go ahead and use our zigzag or our pinking shear one. I'm not a dark artist, I guess. And that is absolutely not to cast any aspersion on anybody, because I appreciate everyone's art. It doesn't have to be my style or color, that I love to be able to appreciate people's art. But for me, I don't know, the Spirit just speaks to me to create light. And perhaps, with my cancer journey or something, that just makes me feel better, or I don't know. But I just enjoy it. And so you will find that much of what I do is brighter, is lighter. I'm not like a loud colors for the most part. I mean, I suppose occasionally I do. But like the bohemian style and that type of thing. And that's no aspersion to anyone or anybody or any culture or anything like that. That's just for me to identify as a style. That's not really what I enjoy working on the most. And when journals get super grungy, that's also not something. I can appreciate them and I like them, but that's not probably something that that I would do myself. let's see. So I just, you know, just doing it, keeping it real. and I truly, I don't want anybody, please do not take offense if you prefer working with darker colors and having a more dramatic and that kind of thing. I appreciate your art. I think it's beautiful. But we, each of us, you know, we have to stay true to ourselves, right? So if I'm trying to copy you, then I'm probably not going to do as good a job, you know, as I might if I'm just being true to who I am. Did that make sense? Oh, okay. So I think I want to grab another stamp to put, so I'm over here at my stamping. Okie dokie. Alright. Grab just 2 or 3 just for fun. So I've got this one, and here's that sweet little butterfly. And look what I paid 10 cents for in a little thrift shop. That's kind of fun too. So let me get out my ink, and we shall just do a little bit of stamping. Not sure this has, that's like fabulous, but yeah, that's okay. Not my favorite. Let me call you sweetheart. Okay. I don't know. I just really love the script stamps. And there again, you know, we each have our own, you know, kind that we like, or the, you know, process or way of doing. Okay. And then let's do one more. Let's just plop in this little butterfly here and there. Okay. And we will likely cover up this butterfly and the stamping because I'm not quite done with that either. So, okay. We shall continue on, my dears. All right. So, let's see. Fabric. Let's bring in some of these pinks that we pulled out from the last one. These are just little edgings, just little bits of lace handkerchief edgings. You just don't throw it away. Just don't throw it away. You gotta keep it. And utilize it. And it makes your project so much fun. I think, anyway. So I hope that you're doing this with me, you guys, or that you've got it on your list of to-dos, because this is, it is super fun. 'Tis super fun. Oh, okay, perfect. There's just enough to finish it out. And that's one of the things that I kind of like about doing it in a strip, just kind of going down the row, if you will, or, you know, the whole length of it to give you that. Let's see, that's the wrong side. I've mentioned before that crochet does have a right and a wrong side. Okay. Now let's take a peek, see. That's very pretty. And then when we do the stitching, I think that'll be plenty. Wow, these are great. Loving, loving, loving. Okay, let's do one more. I don't know how long the video is, but let's just give it the one more-ish. Okie doke. So I think this is in French. It's a travel little book log thing that I picked up in a junk shop. But it has some really great little emblems and symbols, and I just think it looks really awesome. Now, I will say I have been using both straight edge and the ripped edges and whatnot, and I do prefer the ripped edges, but I'm not being like over picky and saying, well, I have to have that. As you can see, I'm just using it. You know, if one side looks better than another, okay, but I'm not letting that keep me from doing, just slapping her down. Just slapping it down little bits here and there. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to think of what is going on today in my life, aside from spending time with my besties, my great friends here. Not too terribly much, really. We're just sort of just loving the sunshine and hanging out in my studio. Yeah, I'm just thrilled about that. And that's what made me get on the light thing, isn't it? Because I love it when it's light and bright outside and I see the sun shining, and I don't know, just makes me want to create more. Makes me happy. Just makes me feel like just grateful, you know, for my blessings. Just really, really thankful for all that I have been given. And thankful for you as well. You have cheered me. You have been supportive. You have prayed for me. You have chatted with me. You've made my life more enriched. Excuse me again. Okay. This is just, as you can see, this process is just pretty simple. Let's see, color. Let's see what we've got. Maybe little bits of color. These are from our recent design team project as well, with decorating the envelopes, the used envelopes. Let's bring in a little bit of that. Okay. Just show ya we can just make most anything just kind of happy. We're just gonna be happy here. And the way as you've seen me work here, I am just kind of interspersing here and there as I go down the line, so to speak, and just kind of fixing things a little bit here, a little bit there, little offset, you know. Okay. Okay. Loving using the scraps. Loving that part for sure. All right, now here's some clear. Love that. Let's just glue that whole piece. And this is tracing paper. Oops. This is getting a little sticky. Oh. Yeah. If I were not doing this on camera, I would probably be taking a little more time and trying to be a little more deliberate with what I'm putting down, if that makes sense. But I am trying to show you how you can make this work with very few supplies. We'll put that back. And now let's go ahead and let's do some stamping on here. Another thing that a person can do is, wow, that looked good, didn't it? Is when you put it on your project, you can, now let's bring my favorite scripty-dipty one over, and we shall just, yeah, loving this. You love it, I love it. Okay, that's looking very nice. Let's put that back. I have a tendency to want to just... Okay, now just a little bit more. I want something a little special on here. Oh, you know, I have these that I have ripped, this fabric that I've been using with this particular journal as well. And I had ripped and taken off all my little frayed little threads, and we will just plop little bits of this down, and I think that will give us a nice little finish to this. All right. So you're seeing, you know, you're seeing it all very real. I'm not covering up anything. We're just doing as we go. I just want you to know that whatever you're doing this way, now let's be a little more deliberate with this, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay, so instead of just laying that down like that, I'm gonna give this a little bit of a smush. See that? I'm smushing. I'm smushing. Taking a little longer piece, gluing the back with my stick glue again, and just smushing in different ways. Okay. Just smushing. And this one, let's go ahead and we will just glue that as is. Just a real pretty piece there. So you can see as we get going here, we're just See how nice that's looking? This is fun. This is a lot of fun, you guys. Oh my goodness. I might have to, after I'm done with the video, I may have to do this all day. I don't know. It may be calling me, you know, how things call your name and you're helpless. You just have to follow, right? Okay. Okay, so I am going to go ahead now and turn the camera off. I'm going to go ahead and stitch this down and this down, and then we'll be back and review what we've done today. All right, hang on. Okay, I am back. I have spent the afternoon, part of the afternoon anyway, just playing and doing more of these strips. These are going to be wonderful for pages. Let me just show you. I decided to switch it up just a little bit as I kept going. I wanted to do something a little different. So on this has no paper to it. It just has pink dyed lace and then a little eyelash ribbon. This one is lace on fabric on, anyway, layered laces and trims, and I thought that one's really pretty too. These also will make fabulous sides, you know, for your journal. This one is super pretty as well. Just pretty, just fun. I just had fun playing today, you guys, and I hope that you really do enjoy this, and I hope that you make some of these yourselves. This is just, I have just enjoyed myself so much. I will absolutely be playing with these again. And I know that as I use them, it'll be like, oh no, they're gone. But then it'll be fun to also make more. So we will call that done for the video. Midweek mystery. I don't know what next week's mystery will bring. We'll just have to see. All right, thank you for joining me. I love you guys and hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. Until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye now.